Hello everyone, Jay Marks here with the Cross Timbers Gazette, doing a video series interviewing local notable people, community players, and politicians. And tonight, we get to interview Allison Lassahn, trustee for the Board of Trustees for the Lewisville Independent School District, running for District 1, right?
That's correct.
Allison, welcome.
Thank you.
Good, this is so much to have you here. And tonight we have all kinds of great things to talk about. And you've brought some cool props.
Yeah, I did.
So do you mind if we just start with what this map represents?
Sure, absolutely. So this is a map of District 1. As you may have heard, last year we divided the district into 5 neighborhood districts and 2 at-large positions. And so this is the first election cycle where we have these new districts. And so in green here, you'll see this is the map of District 1. And it includes most of all of Highland Village, all of Copper Canyon, a good bit of Flower Mound here and a good bit of Lewisville. But that is District 1. I will also add that if you're curious what district you are in, you can go to the district's website, lisd.net, and if you go down to, I think it's Board of Trustees, and then you go onto elections, you can find, and there's a really cool interactive map where you can enter your address, and it'll tell you what district you're in. And
find out who the person is that represents your district.
Yes.
Now,
right.
Is it true that a whole bunch of you live pretty close together right now?
That is a fact, yes.
So as each election cycle happens, different people run for office representing their area.
That's right, yes. And so Dr. Bonner also lives in this district, and as you know, he is running unopposed in the first at-large position.
Right, because there's 2 at-large positions and 5 represent, good.
Yeah, 5 neighborhood districts.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good, I thought that was super interesting, so thank you for, we just did show and tell.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
we did
just like in
tell.
school. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, but let's talk about some of the things you've really done. I mean, first of all, let's take 30 seconds to get to know you. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, one of the things, since we had maps, a map here, I love maps. My first real job, I call it, is I was the GIS manager for the town of Flower Mound. And actually right before that, I was the GIS coordinator for the city of Coppell. So GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems, which you may know since you're a realtor, you are very familiar with that type of thing. But I love maps, and now I work for a company called Trimble, and we also have, we make GPS units, we do geospatial things. So that's kind of my career love, but I have been married to my husband Lloyd for 28 years.
Right.
He was, as we were talking earlier, he was in the Army as well.
Yeah. He was an Army Ranger,
yes,
which makes him a really cool guy.
He jumped out of airplanes just like you did.
Yes.
And I used to watch him just, but he was fine. But anyway, we have two handsome little boys that aren't so little anymore. They're both approaching 6 feet tall. Ryan is working now full-time at the Gaylord Texan.
Good.
And then Kyle is an 8th grader, and he's at Briar Hill Middle School.
Very good.
And they have had great careers in Lewisville ISD and has made them who they are. So,
that is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think one thing about LASD, it does a great job of preparing kids for college, does a great job preparing for the future. Mm-hmm. And earlier I was talking to other people in the district, and they were telling me about all the different things that goes on in the district. I mean, you can learn how to fix a car, or you can prepare to go to Yale.
Yes.
It depends on what you want to do, right?
That's exactly right. That's so true. And I imagine you've been to our career center, Tech West.
Yes.
That is, to me, whenever I like to show off the district a little bit, I like to take to take people out there, for people to go there, because like you said, you can learn flower arranging, you can be a cosmetologist, you can learn to weld, woodworking, electrician, everything. My son is kind of interested in forensics, so you can just do it all. But yes, and we do have some PSAT prep classes. We have a whole bunch of national merit finalists every year.
Yeah.
And so, we send kids to colleges, but we also, get them ready for the workforce.
Right.
So, we're super proud of our kids, and whichever direction they want to go, we want to help them meet it.
Well, I've been able to participate in your entrepreneurial stuff. And I've been, every year when they have Career Out, kids come and see, and so we have a lot of fun with that.
Yes.
But let's talk about the district. This year, you're going to be operating in a budget deficit.
Yes, that is a fact.
A lot of districts are, though, to be fair.
They are, and I feel, really when you think about it, we're in, a pretty good state considering. I mean, we're going to have about a $15 million deficit at this point. It fluctuates, but yeah, we have not, the basic allotment, which is what the state gives us for each student that we have, is a little over $6,000 per student. It hasn't been raised since 2019. And if you think about how much inflation has gone up just for everything, eggs, milk, whatever, we have the same kind of expenses in the district. And so that is one of the major things that we are dealing with. The legislature has done a nice job of reducing our property taxes, which has helped. I could go on for a lot, get into way detail about this, Jay, but with recapture is the money that we send back to the state. That has been helped a little bit, but we are still sending money to the state. But we are all, and I say we, Dr. Rapp and staff, they're already looking at the budget, looking what they can cut. I mean, a little bit over 80% of our budget is staff. And so, we run things pretty bare bones. I mean, I think anyone will tell you, we don't have a whole lot of extra, and so we don't right now, unlike some districts that I hear on the news, we are not going to cut. We do not have to cut jobs. We don't want to cut jobs, and that's not going to be that's not on the table. But we are having to look at creative ways of fixing.
Like many families are.
That's exactly right.
So, Allison, I have a question for you. I mean, you've been doing this for 6 years.
Yes.
You've had 2 successful terms, and now you're running for a 3rd. Why are you running for re-election?
I got to tell you, I really love serving. I really do. I love working with the staff. I love working with the kids. There's just nothing more fun than going into a classroom and reading to a bunch of kindergartners or 1st graders, and they all come up and you're immediately, they're your best friend, and they come and they hug you. But there's a lot to be done. My passion is, I think we all have different things that we like to concentrate on as board members. Everyone kind of comes in with not really an agenda, but something that's, more important to them.
That they want to contribute.
Right. And, mine was special ed, and I really like to concentrate on that and help them out and give a perspective that other people don't have.
You want to tell us what that is?
Well, yeah. So my oldest son, he has autism. We actually entered the district when he was 3 years old. He was in PPCD. So we started at our home campus, which was Heritage. Then we went over to Flower Mound Elementary. He was there for several years. And I want to give a shout out to my favorite teacher over there, Jody Miller. I don't know if you'll see this, but she is fantastic. I like to say she saved our life, because we were really struggling at the time. But by the time Ryan was he was 1st grade, they said, you know what, he can go back to his home campus, because there's really nothing else that we can do for him here that they couldn't do at his home campus. Right. So we made the decision to do that, and he's just a really great success story. He has a full-time job now.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I mean, what I like about Ryan, and first of all, Ryan, hello, he loves Foodie Friday, a little side thing I do. But one thing that's neat about him is that he's taken opportunity and learned, and the staff and the support system and all the special meetings. I have a love for special education as well. So I think that's really wonderful. Yeah. Tell me this, so as a member of the board, what has gone really right in the last couple of terms you've been involved?
I think the one that stands out the most is the hiring of Dr. Rapp. We had a wonderful superintendent in Dr. Rogers. He did fantastic things. He was a career LISD, guy. He did amazing things for the district. And then, and you asked why I ran again and what kind of things we've accomplished. That's one of them. Not all board members get to be a part of that process, because sometimes superintendents will be around for a long time.
Right.
And he had a great long tenure, but we went through the process, and that was a hard process. It was not easy, because I really felt a big weight making those decisions, because it affects 6,000 staff, 48,000 students, not to mention, because that stuff trickles down. So we have hired Dr. Lori Rapp. She's winding up her second year, and I think she has done a fantastic job, and so proud of her. And I think that's one of our biggest accomplishments in the last several years. That's
awesome. When you get reelected, should you get reelected, what do you want to see the district do next?
That question gets asked a lot, right? Because they want to know. People want to know.
Yeah. What are you going to do for us?
I want us to maintain our greatness. How about that?
Yes.
Because of all of the challenging things that are going to be happening in the next few years. We don't know if if financing is going to come through from the legislature, and so if that's the case, we're going to have to make some hard choices. But I think people look at LASD and see that we have greatness in athletics, greatness in fine arts. We win state titles in various things all of the time.
Right.
And as a realtor, people want to move here because of the schools.
No, I get told that all the time.
Yeah.
They already know what high school they want. They know what middle school they want.
Yeah.
They know.
Yes, exactly. And so I want to keep this a great place to live, people to want to move here. It affects your property values, which, is some people's retirement, their homes, right? And so that is so important to me, and part of what I want to maintain.
Very cool. Allison, I've had the privilege of getting to know you through some chamber events and things like that since you've served, and you've always been really approachable. So what do you love most when a parent calls you or sends you an email? Or tell me about how you like to interact with the parents of the district.
Yeah, so we get that on a fairly regular basis, and sometimes friends will come and say, hey, and so we always like to go through, the chain of command, so to speak, but sometimes you do need a little more help, and so I do love being able to connect people, I guess, because we always, they're our customers, parents, students, they're our customers, right? And so I do want to make sure that, when an issue comes up, it gets taken care of. And I do love talking to people. And another thing that I tell people all the time is, because you hear people having these concerns, but then they don't say anything. For some people are kind of afraid to say something. But I'm like, if you don't say something, we won't know, and we can't fix it for you or for other people.
Well, and the thing is, you are not only a member of the Board of Trustees, you're a mom.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you have a student in the district.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes, I do.
So has your kid ever said, if you don't give me a good grade, I'm telling my mom?
No, I think they would all, no.
Yeah, you better not. Okay, don't get any ideas. So I have one last question for you. If you could tell the voters of the new District 1 that you represent one thing about why you should be reelected, look into the camera, what would you say?
I would say thank you so much for the trust that you've put in me for the last 6 years. I want to continue serving you as a voter, whether or not you have a child in the district. I'm here for you. I love doing this. I love serving other people, and I really hope that my experience, you'll recognize that and realize that hey, Allison needs to come back, and I would love to serve you for another 3 years. So thank you so much.
Very good. Everyone, thank you for watching this video series with the Cross Timbers Gazette. Thank you, Allison, for coming by. So for more information, go to lassahn4lasd.com. Thank you so much for watching.